Hello everybody and welcome to another deck profile. So today I'm bringing you my Lightsworn build for this 2019 format. So without further ado, let's get right into it. So right away, best card in the deck, 3 copies of Judgment Dragon. Judgment Dragon is really strong because you can special summon if you have 4 Lightsworns in your grave with different names. Then you can pay 1,000 life points, not once per turn, to destroy as many cards in the field as possible except itself. So besides a special summoning 3k beat stick on its own, it's a global nuke, which is really strong. And then with Judgment Dragon, 1 Punishment Dragon. A lot of people don't like this card, a lot of people don't play this card, but I just find that if I'm able to have this in hand and I have, I can banish a bunch of Lightsworns in my grave, with Fairy Tale Snow I can special summon him, and then I get to recycle or reshuffle all banished and graveyard cards except Lightsworns into the deck, which can serve as a pretty good interruption tool for a lot of meta decks. So that's why I play Punishment Dragon. For Lightsworns, 3 Raiden. Raiden is super strong. This card is basically a mill 4, and it's also a level 4 tuner. Yeah, and then if you can use this with Ties of the Brethren, which is a card I'm playing in the deck, which is really strong. So 3 Lumina. Lumina is a ridiculous card for, not first turn, but like second turn or so. This card gets you so much advantage because you're basically able to extra link with Lumina and the Twilight Sword Lumina alone. Because Lumina is not once per turn and can special summon a Lightsworn in your grave. By not once per turn, I mean not hard once per turn. So if you have 2, you can use both of their effects. Alright, so then we play the Ties of the Brethren targets, Jane, Gareth, and Aaron. So Gareth is the best one. Each time a Lightsworn mills, he mills 2, and then you draw 1 card for each Lightsworn you mill. Aaron just mills 3, Jane mills 2. It's only in case you draw one of them you have targets for Ties to resolve, because Ties is just that strong of a card. And then 2 Wolf and 1 Felice. If you mill these, you get a free special summon. Felice is here over a 3rd Wolf because she's a tuner and can pop cards, which is pretty essential to prevent yourself from getting disrupted or for clearing floodgates and stuff. So there's that. And then I also play 1 Lila for spell removal and 1 Minerva. So Minerva, if you mill her, you get to mill another card. That's basically all she's there for. She's also a level 3 and a level 3 tuner if you need her for that. And then Lila just for spell removal, and also end phase mill 3 if you really need to. And then for Twilight Sworns, the most insane card in the deck, Lumina Twilight Sworn Shaman. This card is just like the other Lumina, but you basically get a free special summon. There's no cost, you don't have to discard. As long as you have a banished Lightsworn and 1 in your grave, you can banish the Lightsworn in your grave and then special summon it to your field. So you're just able to link climb so easily with this card and Lumina, the regular one, that you just get so much advantage. And you can extra link basically every single turn, or every single second turn after you use Ties on the first turn, so this makes it all happen. And then just the 1 Lila. For consistency, if you don't have a banished Lightsworn and you have 1 in your grave, you can banish and then you can resolve Lumina easier. And then the 1 Rescue Ferret. Rescue Ferret, if you summon this to a Scalded or something, you get 2 Luminas from your deck, which is really insane because that's basically a guaranteed extra link. 1 Giant Rex, and then 2 of the Perform Mages. Damage Juggler can search you for Trick Clown if you need it, and then Trick Clown just is free special summon. The Pay 1,000 can synergize with the 1,000 Blades, gets a free special summon if you take damage. And then 1 Eclipse Wyvern. Eclipse Wyvern, if he's milled, you can banish a dragon in your deck, so you can prevent your Judgment Dragon from hitting the grave, and then you can just grab it back if Wyvern is banished. And then to get all those banished effects, we have Fairy Tale Snow. Fairy Tale Snow is ridiculous in this deck. It's so strong because it's not once per turn and just gets you more special summons over and over again, and helps you link climb and gives you all a bit of a disruption on your opponent's turn too by flipping their monster face down if you summon it. But yeah, Fairy Tale Snow is really strong. And then Goblinberg, if you open Goblinberg and another level 4, you can just it's a free Minerva, so there's always that play if you brick. So that's it for the monsters. Onto the spells. 3 copies of Charge of the Light Brigade. This card's really strong because there's no condition for you to use it. You mill 3 and then you get a free search, which is really strong. Not much more to say about this, but it's a really good opening card. Later on though, you're basically milling out your whole deck anyway, so you don't really want to draw into it, but yeah, it's good to open. And then 3 solar recharge. Recharge is the Allure of Darkness of the deck. You discard a Lightsworn, draw 2, and then mill 2. So, as you can tell, you're able to get a lot of advantage off of this, and it's really good opening hand to unbreak your starting hand, and also dig deeper for Ties of the Brethren. This card is obscenely strong. You get to special summon 2 from your deck, but you're locked out for the rest of the turn, which is okay because you can just make Raiden, Gareth, Aaron, mill, like, so Raiden mills 2, Gareth mills 2, and then end phase, do that again, and then Aaron will mill 3, Gareth will mill 2 more, which is, if my math is good, it's 9 cards. No, it's more than 9. But in any case, you're able to draw a lot of cards and mill a lot of cards, but Ties is really good to open. And then Rhoda for consistency, because you can search your Raiden, you can search, Raiden's the best one to search, but you can search most of your cards. So that's it for the main deck. I'm not playing the other Lightsworn cards or the other Lightsworn spells or traps because they're really inconsistent. If you open them, you just brick. So none of those. But extra deck, 2 Minerva. Minerva is really strong because you gotta attach 1, mill 3, and then draw 1 for each Lightsworn you mill. And since you are playing pure Lightsworn, or as pure as you can get, you're able to draw and gain a lot of cards from Minerva. The float effect isn't too viable though, unless you're going first and you didn't open Ties. So, and then the one Dante mill 3 if you have 2 level 3s like 2 Luminas or a Minerva and a Lumina. But Dante's just there for that. 1 Michael. Michael's really good for clearing boards, and later on if you need to, if you're gonna deck out and you know you're gonna deck out, you can just make Michael crash into something and then you can recycle all of your cards into your deck, which is really good for preventing a deck out, which is really possible in the deck. And then for links, because you're going to play a lot of them, Skull Dread, Griffin to lock your opponent out of special summon effects, Unicorn, Unicorn's really good, staple card, Trigate Wizard to set up some sort of negate during your extra link, Curious if you don't open Super Great. By the time you're already developing your board though, Curious is pretty dead, like it doesn't really do anything, but still good to have. 1 Proxy Dragon, Phoenix, Cerberus, Hippo Shinigami. Hoshi is only good, like if you need to link climb and you don't have a Proxy Dragon to do it, Hoshi's there for that. And then 2 Underclock Takers to round off. Underclock Taker I play because you can end on, like, for your extra link board, you would end on like these 2 and then have your other monsters down here, because that would lock them out of their zones, and I don't have the Nightmare Corruptor Ibli to end on like a Nightmare Mermaid or something. So that about sums up the deck profile. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below, and I'll see you guys in the next deck profile.